I always find myself getting really reflective after and like during my workouts. And I think a lot to myself because I was like talking to my coach, and I'm not competing at state, but I'll compete after that. And he's like, "Well, do you want to lift heavy or just focus on technique? Because like your technique's getting a lot better, but if you want to push heavy weights, you have to lift heavier." And it's like, "Oh yeah, of course, that makes sense." But it's like every time you try heavy weight, there's a chance that you're gonna fail. You know, you try, like he's like, you're gonna have to rest more. You're gonna have to actually actively recover. Like, yeah, your diet might be locked in, but are you getting proper rest, 8 hours of sleep? And it's like, no. It's like I could really apply myself or really push forward and see what I'm capable of. But then it's like, what if it's not enough? You know, what if I do all this, I push myself to my limits and it's not enough? Like that's a risk you only take when you try to be more than you are. You know? You only you only have to fear that your best isn't enough when you're actually pursuing it. But otherwise you always have excuses. Oh dang, you missed this lift. Well, I wasn't trying my best. Oh, you didn't get that promotion. Oh, well, I could have done more. It's like whatever. But then there's that fear that you really put yourself in there. You really do everything you can and it's just not enough. What if my ceiling is the ground floor? What if my whole life I've just been climbing out of a hole and now I'm overwhelmed by the endlessness of the sky? That now I have to like build something if I want to keep going up. Like that's scary. That's terrifying. The hole is comforting. It blocks the wind, it keeps you warm, it keeps you grounded and stable. You don't need to go much further than the top. The top of the hole, ground level, you're good. But you'll never reach the stars that way, you know? And so it'll always be what if, what if, what if. It's never what now, what next. Like it's never thinking about that next step, because if you stay in the hole, you don't have to think about the next step. You don't have to think about what could happen. And you'll always be asking, oh, what if I did something different? You don't need to be scared of falling until you start building yourself up, you know? It's once you start building, you think, oh, what if I slip? What if it cracks under the pressure? Yeah. I just wonder, like, how bad do I want to be more than I am?